515# to subscribe. The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is TV1 News. I'm Maricela Kelaton.
And I'm Tracy Pat. Join me later for sports.
In this edition, funding for LLG election remains a challenge. Prime Minister warns protest instigators. And 6 athletes to study in USA. With local level government elections now scheduled for September, funding continues to remain a challenge for Electoral Commission to deliver this successfully. In a statement released Tuesday, Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai not only confirmed that elections would go ahead as scheduled in September, but also indicated funding gaps.
LLG elections have been deferred twice already, once in March and then in April. While different reasons were stated for the deferrals, the underlying issue was funding. The Electoral Commissioner in March, while providing an update of LLG election preparations, stated that the Commission needed money to deliver elections. When elections were not conducted as scheduled in March, but deferred to April, sources inside the Office of the Electoral Commissioner confirmed that funding constraints have led to the deferral. When April came, it was further deferred to September. The Electoral Commissioner, in his statement dated Tuesday, 13th August, confirmed the dates for the LLG elections, however indicated that he would need the balance of 108.9 million kina to do this. The government had budgeted 160.9 million kina for this exercise. From this, only 52 million kina was released and has been used for electoral roll verification and update for over 370 LLGs across the country. The outstanding 108.9 million kina is money that will be needed to conduct the elections. Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai said the Interdepartmental Election Committee, or IDEC, met on August 12th and discussed a way forward for the LLG elections and the outstanding by-elections. The committee, comprising of lead agencies like the Department of PM and NEC, Finance, Treasury, Department of Justice and Attorney General, Police and Defense, agreed to look for the balance of the funding, which is 108.9 million kina required to conduct the LLG elections. Meantime, Sinai said for the pending by-elections for the open seats of Paela Pogra, Day Council, Aitapelumi and Usinobundi, the Commission needs to look for funding to conduct these by-elections as early as next year. Ruth Rungola, TV1 News.
Prime Minister James Marape has issued a strong warning against attempts by certain figures allegedly aligned with some members of the opposition to incite student protest against the government. Marape emphasized that students should not be swayed by anti-government elements attempting to provoke unrest.
Prime Minister James Marape issued this warning following reports that some elements have been actively trying to infiltrate students across the country to stir up anti-government sentiment. The Prime Minister expressed concern that the nation is still recovering from the January 10 riots and looting, which resulted in an estimated 2 billion kina in damages. He attributed these events to the actions of anti-government agitators. He called on all students and right-thinking Papua New Guineans not to fall prey to what he described as vultures lurking out there wanting to cause stress on the society. The Prime Minister said the opposition now has the opportunity to properly file a vote of no confidence and comply with all the Section 145 requirements rather than inciting students and the public. He explained that when Parliament resumes on Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024, the opposition must ensure that the form is properly filled out for the Private Business Committee to peruse. Meantime, Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Kinoka Foe, in a statement earlier commended the students for their thoughtful and mature approach to do a protest in regards to issues affecting the country. He said by addressing such significant national issues with responsibility and intellect, they are demonstrating the true essence of leadership and academic excellence. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Meantime, opposition leader Douglas Tomoriesa has denounced Prime Minister James Marape in the strongest terms for insinuating that members of the opposition are trying to incite protest against his regime. Tomoriesa described the statement by the Prime Minister as unbecoming and a new low point for Marape to try to shield criticism from his regime. He stated that the assertion that the opposition is trying to incite protest among universities is false and amounts to a crazy conspiracy theory. Prime Minister James Marape has confirmed the appointment of Deputy Secretary Gibson Holemba to replace Secretary for Works and Highways David Were. Marape also confirmed that Were has been posted overseas to take up appointment as Papua New Guinea's ambassador to the Philippines.
While the Works and Highways Secretary David Were is still waiting for instruments to confirm the termination of his contract, and the media being abuzz with news of a new appointment, Prime Minister James Marape released a statement yesterday confirming the Cabinet's decision on the appointment of Gibson Holemba as the acting Secretary for Works and Highways, while the incumbent David Were was posted to Philippines as PNG's ambassador. Marape said a formal letter signed by the Governor-General effecting the decision is being dispatched to Mr. Were and that he was looking forward to seeing a smooth transition. The Prime Minister said 3 deputy secretaries were shortlisted and Holemba was appointed by a majority cabinet decision as the acting secretary. He also clarified that Holemba will remain secretary until the Department of Personnel Management advertises the position for someone to take up the position on a permanent basis. Earlier on Monday, Secretary Were raised concerns that he still had 2 years to go before his contract expires in 2026. He said such appointment will derail and delay impact projects in the country, especially the Connect PNG programs.
I'm still waiting for formal advice, notice, but my humble view is very clear. The same process, I was appointed. I think it's better to use the same process to remove me as well, and that's what there's a legitimate contract that is in place.
Were also raised concerns that although it is the prerogative of the cabinet to make appointments, he also has rights in the contracts that he signed.
The Connect PNG is something bigger. That's already reaching the hundreds and doing a lot of unprecedented level of delivery of improved roads, both on the national roads, new missing links, as well as on the submission network, which people are seeing for themselves. And if it was based on my performance, I would feel better, But without anyone finding any issue with our performance. We expect a bit of fair treatment as well.
Meantime, former Prime Minister and member for Yalibu Pangia, Peter O'Neill, said the sacking of Secretary of Works is a shameful act by a desperate, fearful and disloyal Prime Minister. He said the Connect PNC program has been condemned as a waste of the public's precious resources, as blatant irregularities in the awarding of contracts resulted in numerous examples of poor quality work and woeful value for money. However, the Prime Minister responded and said the government is taking this seriously and will be investigating the claims. He reiterated that all the claims involving the awarding of contracts will be investigated. He stressed that the major focus of the government to open up the country with enabling infrastructure remains and will continue this going into the future. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
The involvement of police personnel to settle disputes outside of court is illegal, says Chairman of the Commission of Inquiry into the Royal PNG Constabulary, Justice Eleanor Batari.
The Commission of Inquiry into RPNGC's January 10th civil unrest has revealed that police officers are involved in settling disputes outside of court. COI Chairman and Commissioner Eleanor Batari learned of this when questioning the Director of Prosecution, Pare Kuyap, about the conduct of police officers in settling disputes outside of the courts. Batari said it has become a norm where police officers purposely allow cases to be thrown out of the court because often those cases are already settled outside of court. According to Batari, this practice is illegal. Batari is concerned that criminal cases involving the deaths are a few of the cases that are settled outside, where compensation is paid and police become mediators, settling these disputes outside of court without following the right process. Batari said oftentimes the victims are the most affected people involved in such practices, and their right to prosecute the matter further often is overlooked, making them marginalized when money is paid in the form of bribery, who allow cases to be settled outside.
The victim, there needs to be a closure, particularly for the victim.
In response, Kuyap said he has no written evidence of such practices to submit to the inquiry, but he is aware of such practices being conducted by members of the force. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
This is TVWAN News. We'll have the day's other stories after these short messages.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bunyam Yumi.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier by you like it more.
Welcome back. The Papua New Guinea National Research Institute today presented, through a research seminar, a study regarding awareness, access and impact on the government micro, small, medium enterprises credit scheme. Researchers from PNG NRI, Pacific Adventist University, and PNG University of Technology were present to discuss the preliminary analysis of the survey data. A major constraint to the growth and development of locally owned micro, small and medium enterprises in Papua New Guinea is inadequate credit or difficulty in getting loans available at commercial banks. As a potential solution to this constraint, the government introduced a publicly funded MSME credit facility with 100 million kina allocated in the 2019 supplementary budget and 200 million kina in the 2020, 2021 and 2022 national budgets. These monies have been distributed to commercial banks, particularly the Bank of South Pacific and National Development Bank, for onward lending to MSMEs. The question posed by PNG NRI is, what is the impact of access to the government-financed credit scheme provided to MSMEs in PNG? To answer this question, the researchers requested government-financed MSME loan data, but both NDB and BSP were unable to share this vital information. As an alternative, a sample frame was determined in consultation with the Small and Medium Enterprises Corporation. The study interviewed over 500 people who are potential or already established small business entrepreneurs who participated in the SMEs Corporation Start and Improve Your Business Capacity Building and Training Program from 2021, 2022 and 2023 to understand the impact of the government-backed loan from their perspective. Researchers Dr. Francis Odhuno of PNG NRI, Dr. Kepha Pondi of the Pacific Adventist University, and Charles Wapinian from the PNG University of Technology not only presented and discussed preliminary analysis of the survey data, but received feedback from stakeholders in academia, industry, government, and non-profit entities that have interest in promoting the growth and development of the MSME sector in PNG during today's seminar.
We got their telephone numbers, we called them up, some agreed to talk to us, and what they said is what we are reporting today. Their experiences in terms of trying to get the loan, the hurdles they go through. They were asked to submit some other documents. Maybe they found that was a bit cumbersome and they stopped from there. They never bothered to look for what the bank was asking for. So a large number of people have not submitted what the banks require. Maybe they don't have it. So those are the hurdles that need to be sorted out, simplified for the people who are not able to raise capital, who are not able to give the requirements like collateral, the security for the loans, A lot of things are required, but many people, as you can see, they don't have this.
Chairman of the Board of PNG-NRI Governing Council, Wilson Thompson, has criticized Investment Promotion Authority's cottage business activities list, expressing that many of the activities reserved for Papua New Guineans are essential activities for survival and sustenance. He says there is need for improvement to ensure Papua New Guineans have better revenue-generating income business activities apart from those provided on the list.
Look at the reserved activity list. If you look at it, you'll be surprised that we are not talking about businesses. We are talking about what? We are talking about hunting, fishing, gathering, about reserving businesses of what? Repairing bicycles. It's talking about reserving Papuanians to go and hunt for crocodiles. It's talking about reserving businesses of growing what? Cabbage and carrot and coffee. These are hunting, gathering, fishing activities that we've made it so prominent that we are saying that Papuanians should be doing it. These are all what Papuanians have been doing. So we should now upgrade the reserve activity list to talk about what? Fixing motor vehicles, reserving it for Papua New Guineans, not fixing bicycles.
26 new apprentices have officially joined Octedi Mining Limited's 2024 apprenticeship program, marking the start of their 4-year training journey. The group, which includes 20 males and 6 females, recently signed their contracts with OTML and the National Apprenticeship Trade Testing Board in Tabubil. They will receive extensive hands-on training in trades such as auto electrical, carpentry and heavy equipment fitting, with 62% of the cohort coming from the Western Province and preferred area, reflecting OTML's commitment to developing local talent. Papua New Guinea's WAN squad has etched its name in the annals of history by winning the gold medal at the Hip Hop International World Championships. This remarkable achievement is a first for the nation, showcasing Papua New Guinea's emerging talent on the global stage.
Papua New Guinean dance crew WAN squad achieved a historic victory at the recent Hip Hop International competition. David Chi, the crew leader, emphasized the significance of their win, stating that being the first Papua New Guinean team to compete on a world championship stage was a momentous occasion for the country. Hian Ning, the manager and creative director, expressed their hope to inspire the dance community not only in PNG but also in other South Pacific islands.
I mean, this victory is something big for us, especially like it's a big thing because you never see a Papua New Guinean team on a world championship, and this is like a history that we've probably made, first of its kind. So we are just grateful and blessed to be the first ones to do a new record of for Papua New Guinea.
We hope we inspired our country and other South Pacific islands, and not only we can do it, but we hope to see many more islands and our country, PNG, to get out there and compete and represent our country on the world stage.
Yeah. The crew's performance was lauded for its creativity and skill, and Piang Ning highlighted the rigorous preparation they undertook, including dedicating more time and effort to perfect their routine. WAN squad's journey to the top was anything but easy. After finishing 4th in the 2023 competition, the crew was determined to push harder this year, having faced numerous challenges along the way, including the loss of a member and personal hardships within the group.
And it just kept coming and coming, but we are so glad and privileged that we broke through that storm, and we made it this far.
The dance group is looking forward to the upcoming competitions and championships and are excited to showcase their talent and dedication to the country and community. As they reflect on their recent achievement at HHI, they are filled with enthusiasm for the future and the possibilities it holds. Hian Ning also expressed hope for increased support from the country and government to acknowledge their craft and their hope that hip-hop will one day be in the Olympics like breakdancing is now. Reflecting on their emotional victory, Fred Matthew, a member of the crew, described the overwhelming joy of seeing their flag rise on the big screen. The team expressed gratitude to their country and community, emphasizing their hope to inspire others to pursue their dreams relentlessly and never give up.
And the best part was to stand on the podium and hearing our national anthem and seeing the flag going up on the big screen. And it feels so good to see our flag rising up at the back and hearing our national anthem.
Thank you, PNG. We love you guys, and we can't wait to be home and celebrate with all our family, friends, and our community. Again, we hope that this inspires you guys into whatever sport you're doing or whatever you dream to be one day. Go for it, chase it, and never give up, because this is our 6th year as One Squad and our 4th year competing at Hip Hop International, and we did it.
Kaokiru Jr., TV1 News.
LMan Hotel celebrates a significant milestone today, 30 years of delivering exceptional hospitality in Papua New Guinea. Since its inception in 1994, the hotel has become more than just a place to stay. It has grown into a premier destination for entertainment, business, and dining.
Today marks 30 years since LMan Hotel first opened its doors on August 14, 1994. Across the passing decades, LMan Hotel has flourished into a vibrant nexus for entertainment, showcasing acclaimed artists and unveiling Papua New Guinea's inaugural gaming facility and state-of-the-art 10-pin bowling alley, setting new benchmarks for leisure and entertainment in the region. Beyond entertainment, LMan has served as a premier venue for conferences and international events, offering renowned dining experiences at its restaurants and cafe. The hotel has also established itself as a preferred venue and has hosted international leaders. Its restaurants and cafe have earned acclaim for offering a diverse and classic menu, attracting both local and international patrons. As a national establishment, LMan Hotel is driven by a passionate team of Papua New Guineans, consistently upholding international standards. The hotel extends its deepest gratitude to all its guests, patrons, and partners for their unwavering support over the past 3 decades, which has made this remarkable journey possible. Its presence has not only redefined but elevated the standards of leisure and entertainment within the region, leaving an indelible mark on the local landscape. Kaokiru Jr., TV1 News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2576 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2501 $0.3740 Australian dollars, €0.2197 and 36.36 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, cocoa, palm oil and copper closed higher. Gold, coffee and crude oil closed lower, and copper remained unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. This is TV1 News. We'll be back with news from abroad when we return. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up and big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, da mumu, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves. The Toyota JD Hiace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hiace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hiace bus and experience the Hiace pride, the bus that exceeds all expectations.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want Flame Rice. New Flame Rice. Win him, Olgeta.
Beauty is my business, but beauty sure is a tough game. Filters are great, but great skin, better. And that's why my skin deserves the best. So I choose self-care, soaps that gently nourish my skin, resulting in a radiant look, made with tropical ingredients. I trust self-care from City Pharmacy, so bring it on! My skin is ready and so am I.
Welcome back. In news abroad, Cook Islands Prime Minister Mark Brown is looking forward to handing over the Pacific Islands Forum Leaders Chairmanship to Tongan PM as he focuses on his roles back home. The handing of the chairman's role to the incoming chair takes place at the beginning of the leaders' meeting in Tonga. The meeting will be held from 26 to 30 August under the theme Transformative Resilient Pacifica, Build Better Now. The Pacific Islands Forum is focused on several issues for discussion, including the Pacific Resilience Facility, specifically where it will be domiciled. Discussions will also center around issues in New Caledonia and the forum's approach to de-escalating the violence and addressing the concerns raised by one of its member states. A pilot who stole and crashed a helicopter into the roof of a hotel in far north Queensland has been revealed as a current aviation employee who had never flown in Australia. The aviation company says he had been at an off-duty gathering of employees held on the night of the incident to celebrate a recent promotion. The incident has sparked concerns about airport hangar security across the country.
Been a promotion, a party to celebrate, and it's now known the pilot who died in the fiery crash worked for Nautilus Aviation but was never authorised to fly.
Nautilus Aviation can now confirm this person was a current employee in a ground crew position.
Joining the company 4 months ago.
We offer our heartfelt condolences to the individual's family and all who have been affected by this tragedy.
Police are yet to confirm the pilot's name while the investigation is ongoing. The four-seater Robinson R44 was in the air just a few minutes before it made a fiery impact into the Doubletree Hotel on the Cairns Esplanade. Debris spilling onto the busy tourist hotspot. Aviation experts say it's a wake-up call to tighten security as to how an unauthorised flight on a stolen aircraft could go undetected.
Every general aviation organization around the globe is going to start looking at their security procedures and say, can this happen to us?
Especially in light of an elevated national terror threat.
Cairns Airport may well consider whether to look at their specific security arrangements.
Authorities are relieved more people were not hurt.
It was catastrophic in there, and there were 2 rooms that were heavily impacted.
The helicopter's onboard recording devices will be analysed in Canberra.
There's still a lot of information for us to process before we can conclusively come up with a flight path.
In a statement, the Cairns Airport CEO said it operates under a multi-layered security program. A review had been conducted showing no compromise of airport fence or access points. Late today, Nautilus Aviation confirmed off-duty staff held a gathering on Sunday night, a send-off for the pilot who was involved in the crash. The badly damaged hotel remains closed for lengthy repairs.
Dramatic security camera footage has captured the moment an arsonist accidentally set himself on fire during a break-in at a Canberra barber shop. Police say the attack was targeted and have appealed to the public to help identify the offenders.
Concealed by helmets, two offenders smash their way into a Gungahlin barber shop. One douses the room with accelerant, drenching bench tops and equipment before pulling out a lighter. Running for his life, the arsonist stops, drops and rolls, the pair fleeing into the night on bicycles.
He is very lucky. This is an incredibly dangerous incident.
The late-night arson attack has been under investigation for more than a month.
We do believe that the incident was targeted, that it wasn't random.
The business is on a main thoroughfare and only opened earlier this year. Upstairs is a 24-hour gym where people were working out at the time.
Had the fire taken hold even more, we could have really seen some serious injuries or death occur as a result of the incident.
The attack has rattled the shop's owner.
When something like that happens, you're just thinking, who's doing this, why it's happening, is this going to affect my family, is it going to affect me while I'm walking to my car after work?
He estimates the fire caused about $30,000 worth of damage.
I just want to get an answers just to see why would someone do something like that, keep people like that away from people who work hard.
Police are appealing for public assistance to identify the offenders, urging anyone with information about the incident on the 6th of July to come forward. They also have a message for the arsonists.
Hand yourselves into police before we come knocking on your door.
A warning that playing with fire will get you burned.
High scooters could soon be banned from Melbourne's CBD, with the council looking to rip up its contracts with providers.
A convenient way to get around or a bane on public walkways, share-hire e-scooters have been contentious ever since they were introduced.
I think they're a very sustainable way to get around.
They're too fast for footpaths. Get them off the footpaths.
I think they bring a great liveliness to the city, actually.
3 weeks ago, Lord Mayor Nicholas Rees stood alongside the state government as it made share-hire e-scooters permanent after a 2-year trial.
That's 3 million less car trips around our city.
Today, he's hitting the brakes, calling for contracts with e-scooter companies Lime and Neuron to be cancelled just 2 months out from the mayoral elections.
I did begin as a supporter of the e-scooters when they first started, but there's too much rule breaking going on, people riding on footpaths, not wearing helmets, double dinking, and probably most significantly just parked and scattered everywhere around the city, creating a tripping hazard.
Too many people are getting knocked over because the people who ride those scooters don't take care.
Improving e-scooter safety has been a long-running challenge for authorities. In 2.5 years, police have issued almost 2,000 e-scooter infringements, mostly for riders failing to wear a helmet. There have also been 860 collisions and 7 deaths, 3 of which have been since April this year.
We, on average, see 30 to 40 injuries per month. Some of these injuries are life-changing injuries. They can be injuries that people don't really ever recover from.
In a statement, Neuron appeared to be blindsided by the news, while Lime said riders would turn to unregulated, privately owned scooters without geofencing, slow zones and helmets. The contracts with Lime and Neuron were set to expire next April. The early scrapping of those agreements could spark a major legal battle, with the companies having spent millions to set up their operations in Melbourne.
Mr Rees needs to guarantee that not a single ratepayer dollar will be going to these e-scooter companies in compensation for this failure of leadership.
Ballarat City Council and Port Phillip Council say they have no current plans to dump e-scooters.
Scientists at Tasmania's Institute for Marine and Antarctic Studies have managed a world first overseeing the birth of a Morjan skate. The captive breeding program is one of the number of measures aimed at saving the skate, which only lives in a remote Tasmanian harbour, from extinction.
Baby Morjan skate is one of a kind, the first of its species to ever hatch from an egg laid in captivity.
It's been quite a ride working on Morjan skate.
The skate's mother was already pregnant when she was captured in the endangered species last refuge, Macquarie Harbour on Tasmania's west coast.
Only a few days into having this female, she started laying eggs. and has been, laying non-stop since then. Well, I will note she takes public holidays off. There's been 2 public holidays where she has stopped laying.
Only 2 of the 4 adult skates brought into captivity last year have survived, but a number of eggs gathered from Macquarie Harbour have hatched.
I'm advised that 24 of those 50 eggs have hatched here at IMAS, and that those juveniles are actually thriving and doing really well.
The captive breeding program is one of the measures recommended by a recovery team to save the Morjan skate from extinction. Salmon farming, climate change and other influences have altered its only habitat. Scientists are celebrating this success, but warn the Macquarie Harbour is very different to the captive breeding environment.
You can't just put them in and expect them to be able to cope with those conditions.
Baby steps for these baby skates.
And that ends the news segment. We'll have sports after the break.
Scale Rise brings to you some Scale Indie vibes this independence. Cashing out a total of 300,000 Kina in prize money around PNG this independence. 4 fortnightly draws, 75 fortnightly winners, 300 total Scale Rise winners, and 1,000 Kina Scale Indie prize for every Scale winner. Here's how to enter the promotion. Buy any Scale or Ori Rise product, write your full name and contact details on the back of the store receipt, drop your entry into the entry box in store. For more information, either check in store or follow us on our Scale Rise PNG page. Terms and conditions apply. Scale Rise, and buy you like it.
These 2 are creeping into your personal space. Why don't we send them packing? Oh, maybe not.
Bing bang bing, bum bum.
Back in '69, Frank Hutchison started a journey when he met Bill King, who ran a remote travel business. King needed 4-wheel-drive parts so strong, so reliable, they'd make the return trip after enduring the rigours of the Aussie outback. This forged Terrain Tamer's beginnings. Over 50 years later, Frank and his team continue to innovate and create parts strong enough to survive the toughest terrains on the planet. And best of all, the customer is still king. Terrain Tamer, parts that will get you home.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Welcome back. A group of PNG athletes will be leaving for US this Friday for studies and training. The 6 athletes, 5 boys and 1 girl, are part of an existing program between Athletics PNG and the US and will be for 2 years. While there, the athletes will be exposed to higher competition while furthering their education.
The 6 athletes are Timothy Tuna, Israel Tucker, Adolf Kauba, Emmanuel Anis, Johnny Bai, and the only female athlete, Mary Tenge. The train and study program, which has been in existence for some time now, has continued to provide more advanced and consistent training and competitions for past, current, and emerging young athletes to develop their sporting career further. The program also provides study opportunities for athletes to further their education. Athletics PNG President Tony Green, who's accompanying the athletes, left early today for the US ahead of the 6 athletes who are scheduled to travel on Friday via Brisbane. Green said the athletes will be based at New Mexico Junior College that runs a program similar to the one started a few years ago in Kansas, where Lini Bao and Isila Apkup attended, and will be better for the sprinters, especially the boys 100-meter and 200-meter. Green said New Mexico Junior College has a good program all year round and would be good for the athletes as part of the ongoing program aimed at retaining athletes in the squad, while also giving them the opportunity to continue their education and training.
New Mexico Junior College has a good all-round program, so I think it'll be really good for these athletes.
While giving a brief outline on the program, Green said the athletes are excited and looking forward to taking this lifetime opportunity with both hands, knowing they have worked hard for it.
I think it's a really good opportunity for the athletes, and for obviously for our strengthening our team.
Green said the program is aligned to the PNG athletics calendar and is part of the preparation for the athletes for next year's mini games in Palau and the Pacific Games in 2027 in Tahiti. For East Pacific sprint machine Emmanuel Anis, going back to the US is like homecoming, as he's been there before studying and training. He was based in Kansas back then, but he's excited to go back to the new school with the new athletes.
Everyone's pretty excited about this new program because the school that we're going to is a very competitive school. They have a lot of runners that competed and have been able to perform at the World Championships.
For young Simbules and long-distance runner Mary Tenge, she joined athletics when doing grade 5 and has never looked back. She's excited and looking forward to the trip. Sprinter Johnny Bai of mixed parentage, Boca, New Ireland, East and Western Britain is also excited about his prospect.
My big thanks to Athletics PNG for giving me this opportunity.
Probably when we go down there, we're gonna go and get into training. So I think I'm gonna focus more on that. But then when school starts now, I'll try to balance it out as I go on.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Leh City's biggest family event, the Roso Mountain Bike Race, is set for this weekend. Hundreds of cyclists, including children as young as 7 years old, will be gathering at the Leh Showground on Saturday, August 17 and Sunday, August 18 for a day of competition and fun as their families cheer them on. The finals of the event will be held on August 24th and 25th. The bike race, known as the Roso Cup, has been gaining momentum since its inception in 2020, with 1,100 spaces available for this year's Roso Mountain Bike Race. Over 500 competitors have already registered, not only from Leh City, but also from Yalu, Finchafan, Gabensis, Manum and Bulolo. From Saturday 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., traffic will be closed on Makam Road between the Leh Golf Club and Round Waram Main Roundabout, and Milford Haven Road between Huon Road and Leh Botanic Gardens. Leh MP and Deputy Prime Minister John Roso is encouraging Leh residents to get behind their families and head to the Leh Showgrounds. 5 more weekends left before the Port Moresby soccer season proper hands each round to 2 on September 8, 2024. The competition will then go on recess for 2 weeks from the 9th to the 21st September. It will resume on 22nd September for the finals, which will run for another 3 weeks, culminating in the grand finals for all division end of September to wrap up the 2024 season. When recapping the weekend result, POM soccer competition manager Joe Ames said games have been competitive as the teams start to pick up from before they head into the finals. From the weekend result, Men's Premier Division top 4 placing are Mukas FC 29 points, PS Roots FC 27 points, City Strikers 26 points, University FC 25 points. Meanwhile, the Women's Premier competition saw some low-scoring matches over the weekend. Mukas FC maintained their lead on the points table with 40 points. On second place, is Finance FC on 36 points, third is University FC on 31 points, and FC Guineas on 4th place with 21 points. The conclusion of the PNG Air Highlands Moresby Championship saw a number of athletes performing well and are worthy of mention. Standout performer in the field events was Lucas Osida of Ley, who won the men's javelin with 56.95 meters and discus with 34.41 meters.
Hepzibah Romulus from Ley was dominant in the under-18 women's sprints, winning the 100 meters in 12.8 seconds, the 200 in 27.8. In the longer events of the under-18 division, Anna Kaugla from Kiambogel was dominant, winning both the 1500 meters and 3000. For the open division, the men's sprints were dominated by Pacific Games 400-meter gold medalist Benjamin Elial, who won the 100 meters, 200 and 400-meter events. NSI-based Lord Sumare won the 800-meter and was second in the 15, which was won by Pacific Games rep Israel Takap. There were upsets in the men's 3000, with Karawagi Rex Gant winning the gold medal ahead of Abel Siune, and Ley's Dovi Nanada winning the battle for third place with Wilfred Baya. In the open women's events, Denlin Kinbagi impressed in the 100-meter, winning gold from Joy Tieba and Patricia Kuku. Kinbagi was also placed third in the 200-meter. Maria Naur of Gembogel placed second to national rep Scholastica Herman in the 1500 meters and won the 3000 in a good time of 11 minutes, 0.49 seconds. The women's 3000-meter was a well-contested race with Mindy Kiwas of Simbu coming out second, followed by Suare Goye and Christine Moyang of Karawagi and Ray Kumala Hero. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
That's it for sports. Over to you, Mary.
Thank you, Tracy. We'll now have the weather forecast. Southern, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Port Moresby, partly cloudy with chances of few showers or drizzles. Moresby, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Ley, mostly fine with chance of showers or drizzles. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain. KVN, some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Partly cloudy with some rain showers. Coral Sea, seas moderate with southeast winds of 15 to 20 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas light to moderate with east to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Islands, to Kerma, to Yule Island, to Hood Point, to Samarai Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 2.5 meters along warning areas. Waters of Finchafen through Vitia Strait to Siasi Long Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 2 to 2.5 meters at times along warning areas. And waters of Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 2 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.